Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with Nanami versus Tengen. Really excited to show off this game. I'm playing against my buddy Dorse. Turn 1, we are going to go ahead and drop the UG, and then pass turn restanding UG, and yeah, moving our energy counter to 1. If you guys like the energy counter or like the playmat I'm using, it is one of my own playmats available on thousandnoble.com. Check it out. Currently sold out, but we'll be getting more in stock relatively soon. We are going to go ahead, drop one of the wives and Rengoku. Rengoku's going to bounce one of the wives back, and not too much to do here. A little bit of a tough spot. We're going to tap 1 to draw. Getting another Yuji, not really great, but we do have that Sukuna's Finger in hand. We're going to rest the Yuji, draw into another Sukuna's Finger, restanding our action point, and this is not really where we want to be. We are going to actually go ahead, tap 1 to trash the life, and I'm just making sure, because I rarely actually have to play Yuji like our Sukuna's Finger like this. Usually I have a Yuji, but I will trash my life to play Sukuna's Finger. Did I play Sukuna's Finger and then not draw? Yeah, I certainly did. Wow. Sorry about that. As I said, I don't do that much, so I think I got a little distracted or confused, but hey, that's why I talk about these games, to catch myself doing dumb shit like that, as well as to improve and get you guys to catch me doing dumb shit like that. So once again, Tengen's wife's going to be bounced back with Rengoku, and we are at 3 AP, and we are never punished. There is our NobleAsta. Drawing into a Nanami. You love to see it, and kind of trying to decide what I want to trash. Potentially trashing the special, but no, I decided to trash the domain expansion. I think that's okay, and we are going to go ahead and play one of our UGs on the front line, passing turn with 3 of our energy. And that UG, since we do have a Sukuna's Finger in the trash, as you guys can see, he is going to be a 4K body. So get that body up there to protect us from what could come at us. Ideally, next turn, I will be able to drop the double energy Gojo on the back line. I am thinking about dropping that Gojo from my list and actually putting the bounce Nobara in my deck, so I can bounce my 0-cost Nobaras and just cycle through more of my cards. Just a thought that I was talking to my buddy Zach about, because he also runs this deck as well. But it looks like a... Oh, I don't recognize that card. It says Zenitsu? Another card is going to come... Oh, no, it's Bento Box, I think is what it's called. I'll put a picture of the correct name. It's going to get him some energy, and then the Raid Tengen is going to come down, and that is going to hurt. It does have, I believe if I'm not mistaken, it does have double attack. So this is not something I really want to take. I will, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Bento Box is going to go ahead and buff something up. We are going to go ahead, get a domain expansion out of life, and a double attack comes through again, getting a UG. So definitely playing from the back line here, but we are going to draw into Sukuna. We do have 2 Sukunas, as well as the Nanami in the back line for our special. If you don't know what our special does, the ratio technique collapse. Oh, forgot to play my Gojo or my Yuji. I think I'm going to go ahead and tap 1 for Yuji, drop the Yuji, play the Sukuna, draw 2, discard the finger most likely. Pretty good there. Yep, there goes the finger. And with my final action point, I will go ahead and collapse Tengen. If I have a Nanami on the field, I get to choose if I put their card to top or bottom. If I don't have a Nanami on field, I believe it's only a 3K, and it does a little bit less. I think it's only, you can remove 3K, and your opponent gets to choose if they put it back on top or bottom. So definitely, I like to try and have a little Nanami in the back line almost always, just to make sure that I can always use my special. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't always happen. So next turn, I'm thinking that I should drop the Gojo. Ideally, my opponent doesn't see anything to really pressure me, because I am, even though we got a really solid turn off there, I am still playing it, you know, from behind, as well as the fact that my hand is just 4 of the same, 2 of the same cards twice. So kind of a. There are definitely worse hands, and I've definitely had them. But this is not really the best hand I could have. Has potential to be pretty good if I can see some more drawing, such as like a color trigger Nanami, or even potentially a color trigger Nanami, or even a Sukuna or Maki. So speaking of Maki, I believe Makio, I think is her name. I think I butchered it. But one of Tengen's wives is going to come down. If you guys don't know what this red Tengen Demon Slayer deck does, it is a deck that is there to basically dance like the yellow Demon Slayer, but not as effectively. But it's based on the wife and the disguise mechanic, so pretty fun. And I mean, let's be real, the Entertainment District arc is like the best Demon Slayer arc. You cannot change my mind. But Tengen is going to come in active and swing for... I'm going to go ahead and block with the UG just because I know I need to protect myself. And unfortunately, we're going to draw another collapse there, which unfortunately, but we do end up drawing a 0-cost UG. We're going to put that 0-cost UG down. Potentially, I probably should have played the double energy generating, what is his name? Gojo. That probably would have been nice. We are going to draw 2. We'll discard color Nanami. It doesn't look like I have 7 cards in my in my trash, including the, excluding the fingers, excuse me. Yeah, so he gets an active trigger there, buffing up that Tengen, and we just go ahead and pass turn. And at this moment, I am thinking maybe I should have removed Tengen. I have 3 specials in my hand. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the Tengen, just so ideally I wouldn't have to take a hit next turn. Because 2 Sukunas on board with the potential to be at 3 Sukunas on board, definitely pretty solid. Definitely a little scary. Really, I do have a domain expansion in my hand, which is pretty nice. I can get a couple of specials off with the domain expansion. Ideally though, he's not going to be able to remove any of my Sukunas, but I mean, it's always a possibility that removal can happen. So I'm gonna go ahead, play down the another Tengen. That is pretty scary there. Comes in active. He's gonna bento box the wife here, buffing it. The Tengen gonna go through. We're gonna get the Nobara to draw a card. Another Tengen swing, and trying to decide if I want to take it or if I need to block. I'm gonna go ahead and block that one, and then block the wife swing, and he's gonna pass turn. Thankfully it wasn't the double attack, but that could have hurt really bad. I'm gonna go ahead and collapse the pretty Tengen because, yep, well, he's like, I'm gonna send my other Tengen to the bottom, and I was like, buddy, I got bad news for you. So I domain expansion, collapsing both Tengens. Just having that removal, so good. And another Sukuna gonna get us a drawing into another Nanami, which is always tempting. And the Raid Yuji, I'm gonna go ahead and discard the Raid Yuji. I feel like I undervalue Raid Yuji, honestly. I feel like I definitely undervalue Raid Yuji. I think that it's, even though it bounces, it is removal, a form of removal, which I think I undervalue just bouncing cards, which is similar for those of you who were around when I was playing a lot of Boa Hancock in One Piece, but wrong game, we won't talk about One Piece, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm sitting in a pretty solid spot. I do have 2 Sukunas, and I have, I believe, another collapse in my hand, if I'm not mistaken, as well as a UG and a collapse and 2 of the bigger UGs. So depending on what my opponent does here, I could potentially have a pretty solid turn here. They're gonna go ahead and drop the the, oh my goodness, I forgot his name, Rengoku, as well as the main character of Demons, like Tanjiro, geez Louise. But he is disguised. But that one has Nullify Impact, which is a bit of an issue here. I am going to go ahead, tap 1 to draw. I could, in theory, I don't have a UG to raid on, so I could use my last. I could, yeah, okay. I don't think that's a terrible option. I'm going to go ahead, play UG to bounce Rengoku, it looks like. Yeah, so in this way, unless he gets a big trigger here, I think I have it. I'm going to go ahead and swing UG, trying to get the null impact. Oh, actually, I miscounted. I don't. So there is one more turn there. We got rid of the bodies on the field, and he gets the Tengen out of life. I will put which raid or what trigger it is, like I always do. I just haven't done that yet. Usually I will do that before the editing, but I, once again, big surprise, I'm on a tight schedule, and this has got to go out quick. So we're both recording our voice now. We're both doing the BOs. But yeah, I mean, this Nanami deck, I'm wondering what you guys would think. I will probably post a deck list on my YouTube Shorts relatively soon. It feels a little inconsistent for me, and it's pretty frustrating. I don't know if it's just, like, that's how the game feels, that's how the game is, or if there's some things I can do to tweak the deck. I think that the bounce Nobaras might be good, because then I can get more cycle, more card draw, and that would, I think, in theory, help with my, getting to, because the main point of this deck, even though I am showing you this is a Nanami deck, I'm saying, oh, this is my Nanami deck, and you see 1-0 cost Nanami, the main point is to get to overtime as fast as possible, which I certainly am trying, but not seeing things like Maki, Nobara. Sukuna is really good for that, which is why he's the secondary raid in this deck. But yeah, the raid Tengen comes out, and then the Rengoku is going to come down. I think that is the null impact snipe one, and I think this is our double attack, so I'm going to go ahead and take this, getting a Gojo. I always get Gojo out of life, and I'm going to go ahead and block that. I think it would have been okay to take the second hit, honestly, but I will go ahead and I'm going to remove the null impact character, and I could, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and drop a Nanami? Why would I do that? I guess I'm playing a little scared here, but yeah, so we end up swinging the impact there, and ending up getting game with a color trigger and a raid, our fancy UG, in our life. So yeah, I think just being able to, like this game, for instance, we did a pretty solid job of controlling the board. It does help that we started with like 3 specials and, you know, a bunch of UGs in our hand. That definitely makes removal in this deck a lot easier. But yeah, just being able to control the board, I think, really got us that game, because he definitely had the potential to drop some really scary bodies and really hurt there. But we are able to squeak out the win. So that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.